Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Not to Be Dramatic podcast. I am your host, Alexa Beck, and this is a podcast for the girls where we discuss all things pop culture, relationships, and all of the dramatic ups and downs that girls go through in life. And in this episode, I have a very special guest.
Hi, guys. My name is Larissa Klinger, and I'm so excited to be here today.
Larissa is one of my very good friends who goes to school with me here at High Point, and I'm so excited to have her on the podcast today. And so in this episode, we're just going to be getting to know her. We'll dive into some pop culture topics and discuss some of her passions. So why don't you start off by introducing yourself, where you're from, your major, what you want to do in your career, kind of just stuff like that.
Yeah, so I am from Pennsylvania. I'm a finance major with a minor in women's leadership development, which is a new program here at High Point University. And my passion, I would say, I want to go into underwriting and insurance to start out. I have a job as soon as I graduate with an international insurance company. I'm currently a sophomore, so I'm going to go down the insurance route and maybe one day get into banking, financial management, still kind of trying to figure out what I want to do. But I love numbers, so something in that realm.
Period. She's a successful queen already. I really admire Larissa just because of how awesome she is with math and all that stuff. I am not good at math at all. Like, can't even do 1 + 1, barely. So she's awesome and super smart. And Larissa is also super passionate about women's leadership. So I feel like this topic is so relevant on this podcast because it's a podcast for the girls and we love supporting and inspiring women here. And so tell us a little bit about your leadership involvement around campus and why you're so passionate about what you do.
So I'm involved in the LIFT Fellowship program here on campus. So LIFT stands for Leading and Inspiring Female Trailblazers, and that's what really got me interested in women's leadership. I've been surrounded by really strong women my whole life. My mom, my mom's mom, my grandma, and my mom's sisters are just the most amazing women ever, and they've really inspired me to just, be a leader, be who I am. But I fully recognized that I was passionate about this when I came to college and got accepted in the LIFT Fellowship program. So it's like the funniest story. I originally wasn't going to apply for any fellowship program. I was like, I'm not going to do this. And then LIFT, I'm a part of the inaugural cohort for LIFT, so they were only taking 36 incoming freshmen in the fellowship program. I was like, there's no way I'm going to get this. Yeah, there's no way. And there were over 500 applicants. And I was like, there's no way. But I was like, okay, the worst I could get is a no. So that's like the philosophy I live by. Like, just do it. The worst they can say is no. And then I got accepted. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. But it really opened my eyes to a lot of the different things, the differences in leadership between men and women and why we need to pay closer attention. So, and then through that, I've had so many amazing opportunities, met so many amazing people, and that's what inspired me to add on the women's leadership development minor. So I'm actually I was a part of the inaugural class for that. So it's kind of just a new thing, and it's super exciting, amazing opportunities.
Awesome. I love it. I'm super passionate about leadership as well. I was just light flex. I was president of student council in high school, but I love attending a bunch of your leadership things that you guys have throughout the year. And pretty soon you guys have your big women's leadership summit coming up that I attended last year. I absolutely loved it. So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So every year we have an annual summit where a really big speaker comes in. So this year it's actually Tina Piccione, and she works for Google. She's in the C-suite. And so I'm really excited to hear from her. Last year, it was Lisa Sun, the CEO of Gravitas, which is a really cool clothing brand for women.
Yes, I remember that.
Professional.
She had a great
attire.
talk.
She actually just came out with a book within the past couple months. I haven't read it yet. I have a copy. She got us all signed copies, which was so
sweet.
awesome. But yeah, the Strickland leadership council. They all come in, and that's comprised of many CEOs and leaders from different companies and just in all different areas, and just so many amazing and inspiring women. We get to just like sit down and have lunch with the CEO of a company and just like talk about the most random, awesome things. And it's just such a cool experience.
Okay, so now we're going to jump into our pop culture section of the show. I always like to include like a little bit of pop culture in here. Kind of goes along with, I always say, my journalism major and like reporting on the news. So first, I talked to Larissa beforehand, and she was saying she's really into The Bachelor lately, so we're going to talk about that. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to kind of lead this a little bit because I've really only seen the Hometowns episode. I literally just jumped in and watched that one episode. I haven't seen anything, but so what are your thoughts?
So it's definitely been an interesting season. So this is the first season of The Bachelor I've ever watched, and it's just like, whoa. Some moments it's just like, whoa, and it was so unexpected, the final 3. I was in shock. I was in shock. Like, I like Maria. I don't love her. I don't hate her.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, I don't think I liked her for Joey. You know, like, she's a cool person, whatever. I was so Team Maria when all that Sydney and Maria drama went down. I don't know if you've heard about that.
No, not really.
There was just, like, a lot of drama with, like, people were saying Maria said this, and then everyone, like, a lot of people didn't like Maria. Then they were going to tell Joey, oh, like, Maria's talking bad about so-and-so. And it was just, like, all this drama, and they wanted to get Maria to leave.
Like, on her own terms?
Well, no, they wanted...
Or they just wanted her to get eliminated?
No, they were telling Joey that she needs to leave.
Girls
like, they were
can be
tattling.
So catty sometimes.
Literally.
Like, I literally can't.
Literally. Like, the Sydney girl, oh my God, I could not stand her. I was so happy Joey asked her to leave. Yeah. And, like, it was so awesome. Like, I was so Team Maria because, like, they were just blowing everything out of proportion. Like, it was crazy.
But you said now you weren't Team Maria when she got eliminated.
Well, I was always, like, team, not, like, to win. Like, I was Team Maria in the drama, but I wasn't never Team Maria for, like, you know, the end, like, for Joey.
Yeah. So just from what I observed during Hometowns, I didn't necessarily think that Maria was the person for him, but just I really thought Rachel was going to get eliminated because I did not see the chemistry between them at Hometowns. Mm-hmm. And her parents had so many concerns about him. And she was like talking about how like her family's opinion is so important to her. So I really just thought that like he was going to, after that talk that he had with the parents, that was like kind of a little bit uncomfortable. That, like, he was just going to eliminate her.
Yeah, I was really surprised that she made it this far. Because I've never seen the chemistry between the two of them. Like, she's such a sweet person. I really, really like her. But there's just no chemistry. And I was so surprised to see her make it this far. Especially over Kelsey T. There was another Kelsey. And I saw a lot of chemistry between her and Joey. So it was just so interesting that he chose Rachel over Kelsey T. And especially some of the other girls. Like, I liked Jen, too. And it's just, they had so much more chemistry.
Hometowns in general, I thought were really interesting because I felt like some of the parents were asking reasonable but, like, hard questions. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, you're literally watching your daughter, like, go and date a man who's dating other women at the same time. Like, I feel like if I was put in that situation, like, as a parent or as the daughter, like, it's, like, an uncomfortable situation to be in, knowing that your boyfriend is dating a bunch of other women, but in, like, I guess a socially acceptable way. Yeah. Like, that's really the only scenario where, like, people, like, a general and a whole as society view dating more than one woman as normal.
Yeah, I think it's so weird seeing him kiss, like, so many women. Like, in the first episode, he probably kissed, like, 30 women. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know. It's crazy.
Like, that's wild.
Just the concept of The Bachelor in general is, like, I feel like there's so many controversial problems with it.
I know.
But, I mean, I started a podcast called Not to Be Dramatic, so I'm here for the drama either way, even if it is problematic.
Exactly. So are you, like, Team Kelsey or Team Daisy or...
I don't know. Wait, is Daisy the one with the Christmas tree farm?
Yes.
I kind of liked her. I don't know, like the whole Christmas tree farm vibe, and I felt like they had really good chemistry.
Yeah, that's what, ever since the first episode, I've been Team Daisy all the way. Like, I feel like she's been acting like a little weird, I guess I would say, the past couple episodes with like kind of just like letting her walls down or whatever.
I mean,
but
how
like,
could you not, again, with like your boyfriend's dating a bunch of other girls?
Yeah, like, but I really like her. She's
like
just
her too.
the cutest, sweetest little thing. But
She is cute.
I do really like Kelsey A too.
Yeah,
like,
I liked her too.
Like, it's gonna be, I feel like either way, as long as they're the final two.
Yeah.
I'll be happy. Like, it's gonna be so sad though. But like, I've always seen him and Daisy, like, since the first episode. I was like, okay, she's the one. Like, she has to be. And if she's not, I'm suing.
Well, Bachelor, you might be getting a lawsuit from Larissa Klinger. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. We're just gonna have to wait and find out. But I honestly, when is the finale?
I think in 2 weeks. Wait, is it Monday? So, oh my gosh, the episode came out tonight.
Did it?
For final 2. Oh my gosh. So, like,
I guess we gotta go home and watch The Bachelor, even though I didn't watch any of the season.
Fantasy Suites
Yes.
episode.
That's gonna be so much drama.
And then it's gonna be the final 2, and then I think next week is the Women Tell All. So they won't give us the winner right away. So we have to wait 2 weeks to see who gets proposed to.
I'm excited for the tell-all.
I wish that was after the engagement because, like, I just want to know. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I need to know.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want it spoiled, but I do want it spoiled. But then when I spoil it for myself, I always regret it. So.
Yeah. I'm totally the same way. When I was going through the Big Little process for my sorority, I was like, I, like, want to know who my big is, but, like, I don't want somebody to come and, like, tell me, like, oh, this is your big. Like, I wanted to be surprised, but, like, I wanted to know.
Yeah.
That's just, like, me with all things. Like, I don't want to know for sure, but, like, I want to, like, think I know.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like that's, like, a control thing.
Yeah,
like, I want to be, like, in control.
That's how I am. Like, I need to be in control.
Yes. That's totally me. But so now we're going to move on to the Kate Middleton photoshopping incident. This I found really interesting. So if you don't know, the internet is going wild today over a photo posted by the Prince and Princess of Wales for Mother's Day. And first of all, the whole thing with Mother's Day, when I saw the original photo, I literally freaked out because I was like, did I literally just, like, forget Mother's Day and I didn't get my mom anything? And then I looked it up and the UK has a different Mother's Day than the US. So ours is in May. I was, like, thinking, I'm like, isn't it normally in May? I'm like, did I just forget? No, it's different in different parts of the world.
Interesting.
But so this photo came out, whatever, and people were speculating that the reason that they posted this photo was to squash rumors that something is seriously wrong with Kate after her abdominal surgery, because there's been a bunch of speculation because they haven't exactly said what is wrong with her. So people were concerned. So they posted this photo to try and stop the rumors, but it made things worse now that people have noticed this whole photoshopping thing, because now people are like, what is she trying to cover up?
Yeah.
And I don't know, because did you see the statement she came out with today? She was just saying, like, she was experimenting with Photoshop, like, as a photographer.
No, I didn't see the statement.
So that's the statement that came out from Buckingham Palace, just saying, like, oh, like, she was just experimenting with photography because she is a photographer, like an amateur photographer. And the edits were minor. So it's not like she was trying to, like, change anything, like, super crazy. But I do think it is a little weird that, like, specifically they found Photoshop evidence in a photo that came out right after the surgery.
Yeah, and I feel like it's sus that they made a comment on it, like, oh, like, I was just experimenting. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's not something you experiment with. I don't know.
I don't know either. And I find it interesting too, because so I was reading about it and they were saying, I think it was AP was trying to post this photo or whatever to their site. And I guess it goes through, like, some scanner for photographs that they post, and that was what found the Photoshop. Like, it picked it up and it was like, this isn't, like, an entirely accurate photograph.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So I'm like, if she was using Photoshop before this, I feel like we would know because they would have been putting her photos through whatever this is and like figured it out. So like I feel like this has got to be like a new thing too.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like a little sus.
And I feel like it's such a big thing because it's the royal family.
Yeah. And I'm here for the royal family tea. I love it all.
Me too. Me too. I'm so excited.
I'm an avid Crown watcher. I'm watching it for the second time.
Yeah, I'm going to London in May, so I'm so excited.
Oh, wait, I
see
didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm doing a Maymester, which here it's like studying abroad for the month of May.
What is like your focus for the trip?
The Tudor dynasty. So it's a history course on Henry VIII.
I remember you said you were
and his
interested
wives.
in this,
Yeah.
but I don't remember if you ever told me.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you.
But that's so awesome. That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Say hi to the king and the Duke and Duchess for me.
I'll say hi to the
Prince and
Duke
Princess.
and
I don't even know who's. Everybody's names change. I keep saying like the Duchess of Sussex or whatever, meaning Kate, but it's not. Like, I don't know. I get so confused.
Yeah, I love Princess Kate.
I do. She's
the
beautiful.
King, Camilla. Don't even get me started.
Okay, literally, you need to watch The Crown because like they go through all of this and like there's so much stuff. Like I mean, like I feel like I keep up with the royal family, and there was so much stuff I learned in the show that I had like no clue happened, and like it just like sheds light on like so much stuff current day that you're like. That like makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch it. It's really good show.
I am a Diana stan, Queen Diana, till the day I
love Diana
die.
Too. I love her.
She is the true queen. Ugh,
she is.
Love
She's
her. Great. I miss her.
I don't know. I do somewhat feel bad for Camilla though. I know.
You're nicer than I am. You're
like she's gotten a lot of scrutiny. Some of it may or may not be deserved. I don't know. I am not going to say, but just I do feel bad because any level of public scrutiny, whether you've done something wrong or not, is difficult to deal with. So I do feel bad for her woman to woman because that's a difficult thing to go through.
She deserves it.
Oh, jeez. Quite frankly, I feel bad for all of the royals for the level of like public attention that they get because I feel like a lot of them don't want it, and especially like the kids because that's hard to go through to have like photographers constantly following your every move. Yeah, like that's not easy to grow up with.
Yeah, and especially like all your drama being put in the light. That must have been so hard for William and Harry, all their parents' drama. Being put in the light. And obviously the media twists stories, so, you know, not all of it may be 100% accurate.
Yes. And going back to the media and the whole Kate surgery thing, I thought it was really interesting because did you see the photo that got out? It was like the first photo after her surgery of her driving in the car with her mom.
Yes, I saw that.
So I thought that was really interesting because a bunch of people were saying like, oh, the royal family might have called the paparazzi like intentionally to get that photo put out there again to like they're really trying to like squelch these rumors that like there's something seriously wrong with her. And then the king's having health issues too. Like there's just a lot going on in the UK right now.
Yeah.
Like
what do you think about the theory that Trisha Paytas, whenever she has a
what?
kid, have you never heard?
No.
Because when Trisha Paytas had her first kid, Malibu, I think.
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't know if this is 100% accurate or not. She was born on the day the queen died, or around that time. So people were saying that Trisha Paytas' daughter, it was the queen reincarnated.
What?
And now Trisha Paytas is pregnant again with a boy. And
no.
Yeah.
And people are speculating that's terrible. Why would people do that?
Because as soon as she or shortly after she announced that she was pregnant, it was announced that the king had cancer.
I hope that that's not the case because that's really morbid.
People are thinking that the king's gonna die on the day Trisha Paytas' son is born.
Well, that's really disturbing. That doesn't
I can't believe you haven't heard of that yet.
No, I feel like I keep up with this stuff too. Like, geez, I guess I gotta do more research. I don't know. I feel like I'm not in Trisha Paytas land though. Like, I don't know. I don't get much of her stuff. I heard about Malibu and a little. I didn't hear about the Queen thing, but I heard she named her daughter Malibu. That was about it.
Yeah.
I don't follow her a lot. And then, so we're gonna jump into the Oscars really quick. So you said you didn't watch, right?
Nah.
I didn't watch either, but I've just been following this stuff online. And Emma Stone winning Best Actress made me so happy. I love Emma Stone. I think she's a sweetheart. Obviously, I don't know her, but I feel like I know her. In another life, we were probably best friends or something. But I didn't see the movie that she was nominated for, actually. Now I feel like I need to go watch that. It's called Poor Things. But I loved her in La La Land, loved her in The Help. She did incredible in both roles. Both shows were just like so emotional, and she did such a good job. So I'm really happy for her. And it was like a stacked category too. So like she beat out a bunch of other amazing actresses. And then the performance of I'm Just Ken, iconic song.
Yeah.
Like we just love it. We love Ryan Gosling. Like he's a sweetheart. But then the one thing I was disappointed in, this has been known for a while, but that Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie were not nominated in their respective categories. And we were just talking about this right before the show. We were like, it's for the Barbie movie, Ryan Gosling got nominated, which great for him, like no hate to him. But the movie was about feminism, and you don't have the two main women involved in the movie nominated in their respective categories. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, especially because Margot Robbie was a director too. So it was just so weird.
I feel like we've come farther than this as a society with feminism, and they really should have been nominated. I don't know. That really made me upset.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's what my takeaway from the Oscars is. Vanessa Hudgens is pregnant.
Oh, yes, you told me that. I think I saw that too. And yeah, she was wearing like the long black dress, right? She looked gorgeous.
Yeah, Gabriella Montez.
That's so exciting. I love that.
Unfortunately, it's not Troy Bolton's though.
Oh, man.
Big L.
I was a huge High School Musical watcher.
Me too. Like, I live and breathe. What is it? What's this saying? Like, eat, sleep, and breathe.
High School Musical. Well, so Larissa was also, you all should know by now that I'm a theater kid. And Larissa was also a theater kid in high school.
Yes, I was.
So, like, High School Musical was just, it was a movie for the theater kids. Yeah. Like, it truly was.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I always joked in high school. I was dating the captain of the football team my senior year of high school, and I convinced him to do the musical. And like one of my other friends who also did the musicals with me convinced her football boyfriend to also do the musical. So we were like, it was like quite literally like High School Musical in real life. I mean, so funny. Obviously not as amazing. Like there wasn't like dancing down the halls. But we did have an awesome theater director and an awesome like theater program, and we had so much fun. But it was like real life High School Musical, and we had a grand old time. But so, I mean, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. You got to know Larissa a little bit, talked about some pop culture stuff as always. And I just want to thank you so much, Larissa, for coming on. It was so much fun having you.
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I love being here.
We could talk for hours, so we'll have to have you on again sometime.
Just yapping. Like, I love to yap. That's my favorite thing to do.
That's what this podcast is made for. Yeah. So we're happy to have you. And thank you so much to all of our loyal viewers who have been watching at home. I've been hearing from some of you, and I'm so glad that you guys are loving all the episodes that I have been putting out. So if I could ask that you could follow us on whatever platform you stream on, that would be amazing. And for more info, you can head to our Instagram at not.tobedramatic.pod. Give us a follow there as well. And that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Not to Be Dramatic.